Hi all, welcome to the Salesforce Ultimate Guide channel. In this video, we are going to continue with our next trigger scenario, question number 22. If the account phone is updated, then populate the phone number on all related contacts, home phone field using map. Okay, I will first explain what is the uh, scenario on the UI. So let us go to the application. Let me deactivate the triggers, already existing triggers. Yeah, now we have contacts and accounts here, right? Let us say that I am having one account, okay? So let me take this account, and there is right now there is no phone field. Let us say that I am updating with some phone number. Then I may be having some contacts here, okay? So it's like contact one phone. We are interested in the home field, phone field, okay? If the account phone is updated, then populate the phone number on all the related contacts home phone field. So that means there is a home phone field on the contact, and there is phone field on the account. Okay, let me remove this as well. And if I store, I can save this record. And if I have one more phone field, one more contact record, let me say that there are two contact records. If I go and update the phone number field here, so as soon as I update it here, all the contact records, this phone field should get updated with that particular value. So this is our trigger scenario. Okay, so this is a little bit challenging compared to our old triggers. Okay, just to make it easier, I have written down all the steps which we have to follow, so it will be very much easier. Okay, and the very first thing to determine which is the triggering object. So we are making change on the account, and then the contact is getting triggered. So we have to just focus mainly on account now. I'll just go and create a new trigger. Account trigger 22 on account. What is the context when we need to trigger this? This is after update, since we have to make changes on the contact. Then the very first step, checking if the trigger dot is after and trigger dot is update. Okay, as usual, so we will start with one for loop for all the account records. Account record in ACC in trigger dot new. Yeah, the very first step, okay. If condition, I need to check if the phone is updated, and that is the main condition. So ACC dot phone, I will check whether it is not equal to null. Okay, if it is not, if it is null, no need to copy. So I'm just filtering out those records, and also the current value and the previous value should not be same, so that we can check using account dot phone is not equal to the trigger dot hold map dot get. You would have already come across this trigger dot hold map in my earlier trigger scenarios. If you have not understood this, you can go ahead and watch those once more. So trigger dot hold map dot get off, we have to pass the ID. So ACC dot ID, then the field name, phone field. If the current phone field value and the word phone field value is not matching, so means it is getting updated, then we need to trigger this. And also I will check if trigger dot old map is not equal to null. So this is one of the very big if condition. So we are checking all these three conditions, then only we are proceeding further. Then to make this like let us say we have like parent record here, and there we need to fetch all the child records, and we will not be able to, we should not be using for loop in a for loop. So in that situation, map will be so much helpful. So I'll create one map of ID comma account. So on the keys, it will store all the IDs, and on the value place, it will be storing all the accounts. Account map equal to new map of ID comma account. So in this map, I can store the ID and account. As soon as I'm like running the for loop on this trigger dot new records, I will store all these records in the account map. So account map dot put the ID comma acc dot id comma and completely the complete record. So I'm storing the accounts ID as well as the account in the map of ID comma account. Okay, this is our very first step. So run a for loop over account trigger.name and then store them in a map. Okay. And then our next step is run a query on context by passing the account ID present in the key set of the account map. So now we got all the account records for which the let us say that I'm updating phone field on 5 of the account records. Okay. So I got all the 5 account records in this map, in the place of like keys account ID as well as the account is the record I'm storing in the values place. Okay. So one of the first step got over. The very next step is I need to query all the contact records now. So I need to update it in the context, right? So I will write one query for updating the context. So that is like select ID, comma on the contact. No, I have one field like home phone. So this is the field where I have to update. So I will query that field as well. Comma home phone, and I would be requiring account ID because I need to check whether this particular contact is associated with the correct account ID or not. So this and ID from contact where. So I need to fetch all the contacts where this account ID should be there. Account ID is in account map dot keyset. So what this query will do, let us say that I have 5 records here in the account map. So it will take all those 5 records, keys. So keys are like all the IDs. It will pass to this query. So wherever this contacts account ID is matching with those 5 values, so it will fetch all those contacts. Let us say that 10 contacts I may get because each contact may have each account may have two contact records. Okay. So, but then we need to since we need to update on the contact, I'll run one more for loop over for the contact records on, and here I need to pass the list. Okay. So we have the option to pass this particular queries result in this list. So, but we are aware that we should not write in the for loop, but writing in this way on the we are passing this list in this way will query fetch 200 records at once and it will do the update. So this is not a this is a one of the good scenario, best practice. It's not a bad practice. Okay. Then the very next thing is run a query on context by passing the account ID present in the key set of the account map. In a for loop of context, check a contact account ID is present in account map keys or not. So then we have to check if acc map dot contains key, this particular key contacts not account ID. So if contacts account ID is present in this map, then only I'll proceed further for copying the value. So the very next step is copy account phone on the contact phone. So I have to copy in the contacts home phone field the value of the account. Okay. So the value of the account we can get from this particular map dot get of contacts, not account ID. Contact home phone is equal to account map dot get of contact account ID. So I'll pass the contact's account ID to this particular map and find out its. I'll get that record and then I'm going to get the phone field value. Okay, so this is the very next step. Then we have to add it to the contact list. So for updating all these contacts, I will be requiring one of the list of contact. We got a new contact list, empty list. For that list, I'm going to add this particular contact. Okay, so now we got our list prepared. Finally, we need to update. So outside the for loop, if I'm checking the condition, if it is not empty, update the contact list. Yeah, so when we are in so much of doubt like how we should write, it's better we write down the few of the steps so that we can easily write the code. Okay. So now I will go and check it on UI how it will work. For the same account which I was referring earlier. Mm, test account 100. So here initially the phone is 6666 and on the related contacts, we don't have any home phone. Okay. Now I'll go to that particular account and then I'll update the phone number. Then on the related contact, if we go and check, the home phone will be updated with 8888. This is the first record. If you go to the second record as well, here also the home phone got updated. So it's little tricky, but this with like we should try to avoid the for loops, writing the for loops in for loops. So our map will help us. So the very first thing will be we will fetching like iterating through all the account records, and if it condition matches like the phone is getting updated, I'm just adding all those records in a map. Okay. Once this one is achieved, then we need to query the contact records. For querying the contact records, we are passing the account IDs, whichever we got from the very first step. Then we will get all the contacts. But the next step is we should just check if that particular in the map we have the contacts account ID or not. If it is matches, then we can easily copy the accounts phone value into the contacts home phone. Then finally we will add it to a list, then just update the list. So this is explanation of this particular trigger. Please practice it for the like to get the confidence. And if you guys would have liked this video, please click on the like button on the video as well as share with your friends. Thank you so much.